In this video, I break down my exact systems and process that I use to make $30,000 in my first month ever selling and $1 million in my first year ever selling. This is a one-on-one, private one-on-one I did with my client that we did, and it's only 30 minutes. I only cut it up into half of the conversation for you guys to watch, but there is so much value for you guys to take away, so make sure you watch this to the very end. Now, if you guys want to get training like this and personalized training with myself, book a call down in the description below so we can train you and help you guys get to where you need to be.
I got a lot of questions.
Yep.
I'm starting to go through all those training videos.
Yep.
And I found them all in the Notion. When it comes to identity framing,
Sure.
I know it's done in the pre-handling. Is it done in any other?
Yes.
Okay.
For example, if I can see right away at the beginning of the conversation that you're a person who's invested in the past and may give me a fear past failures, I'm going to identify you. If I see that you're a person that maybe says they want to start later, or they're just starting their business, I'm like, well, kudos to you for being so proactive rather than reactive. We all know those people who are reactive and start their business, then get the help. What typically happens to those people? So I do that. Or let's say I know that you're an A type. I would do an identity frame to shift you into being a person who's not an A type.
Mm-hmm. Okay, gotcha, understood. When it comes to creating urgency with content, this is something I'm really struggling with.
Sure.
Do I attack the business? That the business is not doing well? Do I attack the fact that their social media is not doing well? And then especially
you're not selling content. You're selling the outcome they get from content, which is scaling the business. So essentially you're gonna attack the business not doing well.
Okay, so do problem building on
Now let's say the business is doing okay. Fine. What would you want to get to? 100K per month. What would that do for you? It would allow me to do X, Y, and Z. How long have you not had that for? The last 2 years. How has that impacted you? So then we just don't go after current pain, but we go after future pain.
Okay. What about the people? Because I actually get a few of these and it's kind of annoying. They just want a personal brand.
And maybe reframe them like, yeah, and you're smart for wanting that, because you'd be surprised how many people just build a personal brand and make millions off it a year. So you can maybe like do that, and then like, what would making millions for you do? What would making millions do for you?
Okay, got it. What about okay. What about guys who are they come in, they have like 5 different businesses,
Yeah.
and then you're trying to like I had one this morning. We're talking about one business. I'm building a problem on that, and then he just switches. Oh, I also have this. I'm like, dude. Uh,
So it depends. Like which business. So you want to ask the question, which business is more important to you?
and then just stick with that one through the whole
Yes,
entire conversation.
exactly. Whichever you can build the biggest gap on, you're gonna stick to.
Okay, solid. And then for the RGA activities, right? Is that what it's called?
Yep. Yep. Revenue
Uh,
generator.
do you have a an SOP process for that?
I
Or
have a
like,
Canva that breaks everything down that I could send to you.
yeah, that'd be awesome. Okay, and then when it comes to reframing and reframes, is that something? Because like one thing I noticed, right? Y'all are like super sharp when it comes to like
Yeah.
reframes. Is that something you just memorize and memorize, memorize, or do you have a structure in the back of your head that you use to reframe?
So reframing always comes from like shifting their perspective and asking them the question so it becomes their belief system, and then getting them to understand the consequences of that belief system and then what's going to continue to happen if they have that. So that's how I typically do reframes. It depends on like scenario to scenario, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like typically when someone says a belief, I like to question the belief. So let's say you say, oh, well, I don't know if this is a rational decision. I'm like, it's not a rational decision for you to invest in your business so you can scale it to 200 a month to change you and your family's life. So all I do is I just question their belief, and then they start questioning their belief, and then we start getting to the outcomes. You know?
Okay, this is all recorded, right?
Yes.
All right. Cool. Okay, I'll watch that multiple times then.
Yes. Let's do this. Why don't we do a call review? I think that's gonna be the best way to kind of see where you're at.
Yeah, for sure.
That's it.
Hey, how you doing? Good, and you?
Doing fantastic, fantastic, man. How's your day been so far?
Doing great. Yeah. How your day's going?
Do you want
good.
to
That's good. Pretty busy, but busy's good.
No, it's fine.
Awesome.
Yes, sir. Hey, Caesar, before we dive in, did you get a chance to watch the videos that popped up when you booked?
Yeah, I was watching all the videos right now, actually. Yeah.
Perfect, perfect, man. Well, Caesar, let me ask you this, man. What stood out to you the most from it?
Well, the main thing that to me, the biggest thing that I saw, and the reason that I want to reach out to you, it's to see the knowledge that you guys have, and especially in this social media, how build the brand, how to actually being able to project what we have there. This is something that it's not my expertise.
Okay, got it. Cool. Well, let me tell you how this call's going to work, Caesar. So basically, I need to understand kind of your situation, where you're stuck, what's been slowing you down. Then I'll show you exactly what the game plan will look like. And if that makes sense, great. If not, that's also fine. Does that sound good?
My ears are burnt. Are you doing a frame at the beginning of the conversation? Are we in 1997? What's going on over here?
Dude, I don't know, man. So don't do that, I'm guessing, huh?
No, it's super like how many times if these guys have gone on different sales calls, every other fucking salesperson does it. Now,
Okay.
why is that bad though? Because what's people's perception of salespeople in society?
They just want money.
Exactly right. So if he perceives you like that and you trigger that resistance at the beginning, it's gonna be a barrier of entry right away. You get me?
Right.
So
Yeah.
first question I'm asking him, what did you like possibly maybe see or hear that caused you to like possibly want to book a call with us? Oh, it was XYZ. Okay, what are you seeing in terms of your business is causing you to feel like you may need some help with that? So I want to book a call because of XYZ. What are you seeing that makes you feel like you need help with XYZ? Right away.
Okay.
Now what do we get? We get the problem. So we now have a problem that we can build on.
Okay, so in that case, for example, right, if he said I'm not getting enough views or something,
Yeah.
right? Why
That's
would I
super-
build the
How? Sorry?
problem on views if essentially the goal is to get more business?
Because that ties to that. Because then you tie it back into that later.
Okay, so you just keep tying in the problems they're getting with content, just keep on tying it into
Yes. So you not getting views is causing because them not getting views causes what? Less leads. Causes
Yeah.
less leads, causes them to lose money.
right.
So this is how like you gotta look at the funnel, right? So that one problem ties into 50 different things that is causing in the business that we have to understand and now we gotta get
Right.
into. Yeah.
Now, when, for example, right, do I tell them that the views are causing less leads, or do I need to
No,
have my questions
you
that
ask him.
they're
Because I guess like when you're getting less views on your Instagram, like what could that be causing maybe like inside the business? Oh, that'd be causing like less leads. How long's that been now for?
they
You
don't?
see?
Yeah, I guess I'm just like I'm very logical. So and
Yeah.
like if someone was to ask me that, I'd be like, dude, are you dumb? Like, and maybe
Yeah.
I think everybody's perceiving me the same
You
way.
have to sound curious. Well,
Right.
I guess when you're like possibly not having leads in the Instagram, what could that like maybe be causing in the business? So you just sound curious and kind of like confused. So then they answer the question. It doesn't seem like a rhetorical question.
Mm, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't say like, oh, well, what's that causing in the business? Then you sound like
Right.
a dick, and then you
Right.
like, you know what you're doing. So it's like, well, what could that like possibly be causing the business? Oh, well, that's causing us to lose X, Y, and Z. Wow. Okay. How long's that been going on for? Now we have a problem. We have directly tied to the income, the time gap, impact. Now we're in. You see? Now we're squirming in. Now we're getting in. You see?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
simple. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know why I'm struggling, but
You're
okay.
good.
Sounds great, man.
Perfect. Now, walk me through, Caesar. What's kind of going on right now with social media that made you look into solving this? What's going on?
Well, personally, it is something new to me. I never was very into social media. That's the main thing. And I kind of like before I used to do, I was in construction doing cabinets. And, for that, I was completely like out of social media. So, but then eventually, I've been working in self development, especially I started myself. And then eventually this became more than just something for myself. It became my passion, my calling in life. And then right now, that's what I do. I got different certifications as a life coach. My main thing, I do work a lot of emotional healing. That's my main thing. So, but something that I noticed, I have the clients that I have right now, just clients that I have the, words now, people who refer me. But I noticed that nowadays, especially meeting different people, I noticed that nowadays it's very important to know, to also that people out there knows you because it seems, this is the new, that's the new reality.
Yeah.
So, and plus I can say kind of new in the way that it is not that I've been doing for many years. It's something that I started. So
Okay,
yeah,
pause.
that's the main thing. I'm right now in the
And the reason your calls like this, 70 or 45, 7 an hour, 2 hours long, like you got to do tactical interjections. He says, oh, because I don't know what I'm doing. Perfect. Sorry, you said something really important. You mentioned you don't know what you're doing. Then you're to your next question. There's no more need to let him speak because number one, he might go like it's like you're on a train, right? Like you don't want him to go on the like start turning left all of a sudden. You
Right.
want him to be stuck in the same way the whole time because the more he starts talking about random shit, the more confused he's going to be, the more uncertainty he's going to build in his brain. So for you, as soon as you hear the thing you need, and this is why understanding the outcomes more than the questions is so important, is hear what you need. Next question.
Okay.
on that process, I'm like growing, in the process of growing. But especially social media, to me, I think it's something also very important that I need to address. Instead of just doing what I do a lot of one-on-one sessions.
Okay.
But I want to reach more people too, and I want to grow too.
Yeah, for sure. for sure. So let's what's the goal with utilizing social media when it comes to growth, right? What would be the goal with like what would be the goal?
Yeah. My main goal definitely, I think, is gonna be put myself out there and share the message that I want to share with people, and obviously, and eventually make some that not only help people, the much people that I could, but also at the same time make clients.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. This is what I kind of know, but this is why this is not my expertise.
Right.
I'm a little bit, maybe, I don't know if I understand correctly your question and I want to answer the right way, but it's kind of what I kind of know right now, what I can see, because this is not my expertise, but
Right.
this is the idea that I have.
Okay, so now more clients usually means more revenue, right?
Yeah.
So what's the revenue goal that you're trying to achieve with social media?
So to me, my goal, well, right now working and running a book and doing all these things, but to me, I think right now where I am, right now what I'm doing, plus I'm functions, I'm not 100%. I just got 2 little kids,
Nice.
one I have, and just one that has 6 days a week.
Oh,
So
wow. That's
yeah.
I found out I'm having one a week ago. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Congratulations, and welcome to this video.
yeah.
Beautiful step.
We've been waiting with my wife for quite some time. We're
Okay.
glad to have this. Oh, wow, okay.
That's good, man. Well, it brings joy and it brings another
Yeah.
challenge.
Oh, I bet.
The past couple of weeks, but here. So yeah, so this is the other thing. I mean, right now this is what I've been doing like full time. But also I've been kind of taking care of my son, my because I'm in a situation right now. My wife has to right now she's working as teacher, and so that's why I'm kind of just working part time. So I'm taking them right now. But I'm just full time on that. I don't do well. I do also something else that I do in the weekends.
Okay, pause. You see how important tactical interjection is here?
Yeah.
You guys he's going on a tangent, like just over explaining. So now you need to like, sorry, you said something really, really important there. Back to your question.
I think maybe
There's a
one of
couple
the-
ways. Just there's 3 ways you can do it. Sorry, you said something really important. I didn't want to miss that. You mentioned next, going back to the question, and just you could do a direct interruption in terms of, and then go back into it, right? So there's 2 things you can do.
Okay. I think that's probably I don't feel confident in my process enough to then interrupt and lead them back.
Yeah, that's important. It's not really a process thing. It's just like looking at it like, okay, if I let him over speak, is that going to help me? No. Is it going to help him? No, it's not going to help anybody. It's not going to close anybody.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
The new writings and all this. I'm like, oh, yeah. So, but thinking as how much right now, I mean, I try to be realistic what I'm making and right now I think a month I make around 4,000 to 5,000. This is what I do around just in my coaching, life coaching area. So what I would love to do at least hit like 100K this year. I mean,
100K.
I guess something more big, but right now it's just what I kind of feel that I know that it's possible.
So you said 100K a month?
Yeah. No, a month. No, a month. Well, I would say a year, but a month. I mean, I just seeing what I do right now. At least, I mean, if I would make at least 10K a month, that would be a year right now.
Right. Okay. So the next step is 10K a month.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the outcome, right? Is the 10K a month.
Yeah.
What do you think that Caesar that you need in order to get there?
So
Wow,
right now, what I noticed that I need
What was
is
that?
that's early. Ideal criteria 7 minutes in.
So what?
I asked that like right before future pace.
Okay.
He doesn't know what he needs. He needs to find out his problem first and how bad it is for then him to tell you what he needs. Right now, you're 7 minutes in. We don't have a problem, a big enough problem, big enough consequence, a big enough impact for him to actually change, right? So let's role play. Let me show you what I would do. Okay. Hey, Daniel.
Hey,
What's up,
how's it
man?
going?
Yeah, it looks like you booked a call by like possibly seeing if we could help you with scaling your business through social media. Is that correct?
Yeah, man.
Cool, man. I guess what did you like possibly see or like maybe hear that calls you to want to book the call? See if we can help.
I just saw James and saw an ad and it looked good. So I decided to reach out, see if you guys could help and what do you guys need to
Yeah, that's typically why people come to us. But I guess what have you seen in terms of like the way you're running your business that causes you to feel like you may need some help with content?
I don't know, man. It's just, content is now the new thing and it's just you need to make sure that that's making money too, I guess.
Okay. So you're not making money off content? Sorry, I'm confused.
Yeah, I am. No, I'm not making money off of content.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you have anything in place for content right now?
No, not right now.
Oh, Okay, what are you currently doing right now to like get most of your leads?
Right now, Facebook ads and Google ads
Oh, okay. And how long have you been doing that for?
for about a year.
For about a year. Got it. I guess like realistically, if you were able to scale with social media, like how much would you want to scale the business to?
Probably like 6 figures a month.
6 figures a month. Okay, that's a humble number. Is that like the humble goal? Or is that the actual goal?
It's the humble one.
Okay, what's the actual goal for you?
Yeah, about like half a mil a month.
Half a mil a month. I guess like what does that even do for you though? Like rather than just putting more zeros in your bank account.
I mean, it just means I could just scale the business, right? It's just keep putting it
Yeah.
in the business and grow.
I guess more like yourself though. Like you scaling the business, obviously one aspect of it, but you scaling the business, what does that really do for you, like a little bit more personally?
I mean, just trying to come up with an answer that I get that pisses me off.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just want to grow the business because even if I
Yeah.
get to a level that I'm chilling, I'm not the type of person to chill. I just
And I'm
need
not
to.
saying you should be chilling or you shouldn't be chilling, right? I guess the biggest thing is like what we see with the entrepreneurs who are like the most successful from the program is they have one thing all in common, is that they have a strong purpose of why they want to do well, reason why they end up getting to that goal, obviously, right? So for you,
Yeah,
man, like what would really be that strong purpose behind it?
just to build generational wealth.
Hmm. I guess what's behind you wanting that so badly?
Probing, bro, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know, man. I just want to make sure that my kids are all set up and they're good to
Yeah.
go in the future.
Well, how much are we currently doing per month right now?
Right now we're at 50K.
Wow. So how long have you like been at 50K and not felt like you could provide that life for your kids that you really want?
No, I think I can still like provide for them. Like I'm doing
Oh, hopefully they're not
recently.
going homeless, right? That's not the goal, right? But the goal that you truly want, though. Like, how long have you felt that way?
About a year, man.
Wow. I guess that's a long time. And trust me, like I've been there. We've had tons of business owners that have been there. I guess like is that possibly having an impact on you, man?
Um, I don't think so, man. It just means I just need to put in more work and that's it.
Yeah, obviously you need to put in more work, but to put in more work, we have to understand what has got us here and the consequences of us being here. So what effect has it had on you, you not being at a point where you can actually provide the life that you really want for your kids?
No, man, it's tough. You just keep grinding, and
Yeah.
just kind of stuck, I guess.
Yeah. What's that causing? You feeling stuck?
I don't know, man. I don't know. You just gotta keep going, I guess.
Yeah. I think that's what everybody does, right? They just keep going, but I think that's the issue, right? And let me tell you why. At the end of the day, do you know what actually makes a human want to change?
Mm, what's that?
It's actually internalizing their current situation or the future of the situation if they don't do anything about it. So for you, man, if you actually look at our current situation, what does it look like? What kind of effect does it have on us if we continue to have the same results?
Yeah, I mean, it won't be fun. It'll be like borderline depression, probably. I don't know. I don't want to be stuck where I'm at.
Yeah, well, you're smart for saying that. I guess what's the reason behind like wanting to get some extra help? And then we're back into rationale, pre-handle, and then we're back into it.
Shit, man.
Yeah, pretty simple. It's not that complicated at all. Definitely. You see, like everything they do, I just reframe and then go back to my question.
Yeah.
Everything they say, I'm just consistently reframing, going back to my question. I'm asking the same question a different way, always. Impact, effect, same thing, different way. You know, after a reframe.
Okay. Can you walk me through like how do you do that then? Like
So, for
I get
example,
it, but I don't get it.
you don't give me the answer I need. I reframe you. Then after reframing you, I re-ask you the question a different way. So, for example,
Okay.
you say, yeah, well, I don't know, it's not really having that much of an effect on me. And then I reframe you on that. And then I ask you, well, what kind of effect does that have on you then? You see? I don't
Okay.
just ask the same question.
Now for the reframe, you just keep on like
I could do an identity frame like I did, like, oh, well, the difference between like our really successful clients and people who aren't successful is that they have
yeah.
a strong purpose why, and then boom, I get the why. You see?
Mm-hmm.
So I just get those things through there.
Okay. But like from maybe, and correct me if I'm wrong, right? Let's say they're not giving you the right answer. You kind of be like, yeah, that's what people want. Like you keep on saying that multiple times.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
so what's happening in your brain on the reframe, I guess.
So okay, first time, let's say the first time you say, yeah, I just seen this content. I was like, yeah, it's typically where people come to us. Why do I do that, do you think? Just if you thought about it.
So that it like normalizes that answer that's not what you're
No, it
looking
actually
for.
makes them feel stupid. So when I say, yeah, that's typically why people come to us, and I may do it in like a laughing way, He's like, oh, that was a bad answer. Like that's a stupid answer to say. So psychologically, he's thinking that's a stupid answer. So that pattern starts stopping. You see?
Yeah.
That's why I do that at the very beginning when they give me a bad answer, so I can stop that pattern, and then I start getting to my questions.
Okay. Do you do so? Is that the goal with every
Every
stupid,
time
let's
they
say-
give me a stupid answer, the goal is to make them feel stupid and get back to my question, so they stop doing that pattern. Because cool, yeah, I can just re-ask you the question, and you may give me the answer, but what's going to happen for the rest of the conversation if I don't stop that pattern?
it's going to
Yeah.
continue?
Exactly right. So we're not fixing anything. We're like putting a fuck. What's that term? It's like you put like a building a house on sand. You know,
Yeah.
like you can. You have everything's still going to sink.
Okay. So the goal is make them feel stupid
Yes.
with some sort of analogy reframe.
Psychologically make them doubt their answer. That's the goal. Stupid is obviously the word for it, but yeah, psychologically make them doubt their answer.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Got it. And then after you do that, you just re-ask the question in a similar way.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Okay, that makes sense now.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool. Interesting. Okay. I think
And when they give me good answers, what did I do? When you finally gave me your pain, you're smart for saying that. Reward. Reward good language, de-reward bad language.
okay.
You see?
Yeah, man.
So it's just a big difference because then it continues that pattern. People do and act based on who they believe they are. So then also it's important for him to believe that he's that person. And when you're rewarding that language, people like to be liked. So you reward that, they start doing more of that.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
you would, for example, right, in your format that you have, like the intro, the situation, all these
Yeah.
stuff, like for example, right, where are they now? You would just continue you're asking that question, but then if it's not the right question, you just
Yeah, exactly. And if you're going in the wrong path, sorry, so something really important, but back in the question.
and then and then you go like, okay, how long they've been in the situation,
Yeah.
then you move over to problem, and then you
Yeah.
see the same thing in problem.
I've had the same conversation over 3,000 times because it's my conversation. I put them down my path. Nobody can change my process. The thing is, you're having different calls, different conversations with different processes because you're letting them kind of control the conversation.
Mhm.
So that's the issue, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to the problem phase, right? Like you said, right here, you have highlighted, okay, expand on problem with current situation or
Yeah.
with that we're not being able to solve it on
So
the
the
road.
problem I got from him is he's not making money from social media. So I got the problem. How long has that been going on for? You see, I got it right away at the very beginning.
Oh, so you get that in the situation, you get the problem,
Issue right away, yeah.
and then on the problem, you expand like, okay, you're
Yes.
satisfied with that.
Expand it into the situation because the situation has to be based off a problem. Because we don't want to know about his great situation. We want to know about a shit situation. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a change. They don't change on great stuff. They change on their situation not being like what they wanted to be.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that clears up a lot, man. It's just like
Great.
it's the little stuff.
Yes. Well, it's just learning, bro.
Yeah,
It's only our first session. We got 20 more to go. Way more
Yeah.
money to make. Yeah.
for sure, for
Yeah.
sure.
Why don't let's go. I think the beginning is pretty clear. Let's go to pre-handling.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you this, man. I mean, you've taken it seriously for 6 months. What have you done in the past to get and grow that social media's knowledge, except for ChatGPT and other coaches?
On social media, actually, there's been just mainly ChatGPT. That's the main thing where I've been getting my knowledge right now. I mean, yeah, I've seen watching a little videos on YouTube and really like, yeah, but I haven't done much. In this
What slowed you down?
What's slowing me down?
Yeah, why didn't you get help earlier?
To be honest, the main reason that I wasn't getting the help earlier is because at the same time, it was something new. And to be honest, I was afraid. I was afraid of what if I start doing this, but it's not really because I've been working in construction so many years. I know I have the conviction and all this, but at the same time,
Amazing.
I had the fear.
Great
and
answer.
This is the reality. I can give you different answers, but not. That's been one of the whole thing. Actually, that's been my judgment in my life because what I truly want since my childhood for many years, I was self-esteem. I grew up alone by myself and very deep depression. So this has been my biggest thing that I've been fighting in life.
Nice. Good stuff.
So
Appreciating the
now,
language.
I
like
that. Place to go, but definitely looking back at where I am, it's in a completely different stage.
Yeah.
But still being that very deep fear, and this is the truth. It's been fear. So now,
I first and foremost, I appreciate you sharing with me. That I know it's not easy, and I really appreciate your transparency and your trust. I just want to say thank you. That means a lot. Personally, it does.
Thank you.
Okay, so here's been the job, right? Are you open to looking at it from a kind of a challenging perspective?
If you want to take the island, you gotta board the boat. So yeah, Yes, I'm scared, but I know that it's time to do it.
Okay. Can you see how exactly that fear
Mhm.
has
So what did you do wrong? You went straight to, can you see how that way of thinking where has led you?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the issue. You do not want to do it that way. You first of all want to reframe him, then say, can you see where that has led you?
But didn't he just reframe himself?
Not really. He just said, I know I need to change. Like, yes, this is the thing. Buyers are what? Liars, bro. Like, again,
Right.
what happened at the end of this conversation? I never leave it up to chance. I still always reframe them.
Mhm.
How many times have you heard this and they still don't buy and they still give you fucking objection at the end? Like,
Yeah.
probably tons, right?
Right.
So it's like, we still need to reframe. And I appreciate you for being open, but like, I'm sure you know, right? Like, you're smart. You probably know there's two types of people. So people who like let that fear overcome them. And what happens to those people? Or the people who just overcome that fear, even though it's scary, even though they don't see it, they still start walking up the stairs. Who typically gets rid of life? Well, that person. Yeah. Can you see how that way of thinking, where you have let that fear overcome you, has led you to where you are here today? Which I don't like that one. I'd rather you use this rather than can you see. I always like to ask, where has you letting that fear overcome you rather than overcoming it? Where has that led you? I like asking it that way because then they tell me where it has led them rather than me telling them. You get me?
Yeah.
So it's like that's a way better way of doing it. And then they'll say, oh, to where I am here today. Good or bad answer?
Good.
Bad.
Wait,
Who
say
what,
that
what,
one more time.
where I am here today. He's like, oh, let's say, where has this way of thinking has led you to where I'm here today? Everyone thinks it's a good answer. It's fucking shit. Which is where exactly? Oh, where I can't do X, Y, and Z with my kids. Now you have the pain. Now you have the actual emotion. With no emotion, you have nothing. Where I'm here today, cool. Where is that? What's gonna, my concern is what's gonna continue to happen if you continue to let this way of thinking overcome you rather than overcoming it. I'm gonna stay this. I'm gonna continue going on the same path, which will mean what for you if that happens? Which means I can't do X, Y, and Z with my kids. Are you willing to settle for that? No. Why not though? Because you can. A lot of people do. Why now are you not going to be the guy who lets that fear overcome you and be the guy who overcomes it to change him and his family's life? Oh, because I need to because of X, Y, and Z. Okay,
Yeah.
well, what do you feel like you need to get there? Ideal criteria. Then, you know,
Mhm.
that's
It
how it works.
makes all this when getting all this feedback, right? All these gems, man. Like, how do you like freaking implement it all? You know?
The more you hear it, the more you get coached, the more you'll start learning and implementing. So it comes through volume of education. I think that's one part of it.
Mhm.
Second is how you deal with the education you get. So like one of the things that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you're one of the person who questions everything, right? Like I give you feedback, you question it, and not to be a dick, right? But like this is what I've seen in a lot of people, a lot of people I've used to coach, where I tell them something, they question it, and then they're like, "Yeah, that's good," but like this, and this. Like for example, when I told you about the question at the very beginning, you're like, "Oh, but I'm a logistical thinking. I'm a logistical thinker. I think this, and this." Right? So the issue is that if you question it rather than implementing, that's where you're gonna have an issue. That's where you have
Oh,
that
for sure.
delay in that learning growth. I told Borja at the very beginning, I was like, "Hey, bro, you don't question me. Implement, and let's see the results. And you can question me if you don't get results. That's
Right.
when you can question me.
Yeah.
But if you're getting results, don't fucking question me. And I'm telling you, you're gonna get results, right? So
Yeah.
literally everything I say, just start implementing. Review, implement, review, implement. Even the little things I'm saying, as soon as you hear them, you implement it. The next conversation you have. I used to always do that. My mentor told me something, I'd be so fucking excited for next call. I'm like, oh, I can't fucking wait to implement this. I implemented it and it worked. Started working,
Yeah.
started working. I kept implementing. I didn't question because it was fucking working.
No, for sure.
The
Yeah.
issue where like we had the same group. We all learned from the same mentor, 10, 15 people. But I got there way quicker. Why? Because I just fucking implemented. Nobody did.
Right.
They
Right.
question. You know?
Yeah. So I guess right now, right, I have a call in 15 minutes,
Yes.
right? And it's like, okay, like there's a lot of shit to implement for sure. And
And
I
I know
want
you can't. Whatever you remember in the moment, implement as much of it as you can.
to. Mhm.
That's literally the goal.
Okay. And then I don't know why I'm so freaking focused on getting a word track. Uh,
And that's the thing. You're worried about the word track, worried about the outcomes. Whenever they say a limiting belief, how can you get them to say that the limiting belief isn't what they need? Literally. The easiest way to objection handle when someone says something, oh, I just met you guys an hour ago. You meeting us an hour ago does that mean that you still can't take action to change your life for your business to scale and do XYZ for your family?
mhm.
No, it doesn't. That's the easiest way to reframe a belief. Let's you just ask a question back. You don't even need these fancy reframes or anything.
Right. You just basically just question the shit out
Ask
of
the
it.
question, just like, oh well, I've only seen you guys like 24 hours ago. But you meeting us 24 hours ago, does that mean you still can't like take action to change your business and scale your business so you can change you and your family's life? Well, no, I guess that doesn't mean that, right? Because how long's the issue been going on for? Like the last year.
Right.
Right. So is it that you met us an hour ago, or is it that you had this issue for last year? Now you faced the opportunity to finally fix it. Well, yeah, I guess you're right. There's two types of business owners. There's the business owners who are faced with an opportunity to change their life and they continue to think about it, continue to push it off, or the people who just take action. Who's going to get further? What are you going to do? Because like on skydiving, you ever gone skydiving? The longer that you take to jump out of the plane, does the fear go away or does it become bigger? It becomes bigger. Right. So what do you got to do? You got to jump off that plane. Like that.
Yeah, cool. Easy.
Yeah.